Good evening and salutations, my bold and beautiful fans. I really had to think about that for a minute. Before I get started, I want to just thank everyone for why is this so loud for? Seriously? I want to thank everyone for watching. I know I just started doing these reviews again, and I really do appreciate people watching, and I know it's been coming out kind of late. I just have to sit there and say I really love doing them, like, a lot. And this particular show, oh my goodness, I can't get enough of this show. It feels like classic soap opera cheesiness, and this show is no exception. As weird as it is to stand and say, and as much as I love General Hospital, I really love talking about this show and watching it because episodes like this it's just amazing. So I've been going for a while, and I don't know what's going on with Kate and Bill. You know, she's sitting there talking to Eric, and she's like, she seems like she's torn between being with Bill and not being with Bill. I mean, one of the things that she said somewhat kind of irked me, and it was a little kind of naive, especially for a woman her age. She basically was like, in some ways she thought she can change her. And granted, she even said how stupid that sound, but I'm like, you thought that this man has been living like this for X amount of years, and you felt like, alright, cool, I'm just going to sit there and come into your world and just change you. I felt like she was a little over the place though too, because she was talking about the aspects that she didn't like about him. But then she was sitting there talking about the aspects that she did like about him, like he's wild and he's dangerous and, you know, he's extreme and stuff like that. And I'm like, so why would you exactly want to change him? Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted to keep all the stuff that you liked about him and all this other stuff. You could just throw that out. You know, she still seems like she's having a hard time being with him because she feels like, in her words, that she's a runner-up to Brooke, who Bill considers the love of his life. I do not know this woman that well. From what I see, Oh, side note, and I know this is kind of a tall order to ask, but I've been thinking about this for a while. I'm thinking about this. So, the intro when it comes on, you see all these different people doing these model poses and everything like that. Who is the woman that's in red that's like kind of laying down horizontal with like all the cleavage? If anyone can tell me this woman's name, she's blonde and she has like a red outfit on. If anyone can tell me that, it will be very, 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 I'd be very grateful. The hell was I sitting there talking about? So yeah, she's talking about the stuff that she likes and stuff that she doesn't like. And I'm going to be honest, I don't really know what's going on with them. The last time I was watching, you know, Bill was sitting there trying to get her sisters to sit there and vouch for him, to be like he's a changed man and he wants to do better by her, he wants to do right by her. And he really seemed like he was making a play for her. And now I come back and it's like, it's like, how much did I miss? Now while you're sitting there talking about that, and you know, Kate doesn't want, is it Kate or Katie? Kate doesn't want to sit there and bring up, Quinn. I think that's how you pronounce the name. Now, Eric wants, towards the end of the episode, he wants to sit there and tell Kate what's going on with their relationship. You know, I'm gonna try to treat this a bit more serious than I have been because, again, I mean, you hear ED, and I mean, I don't want to sit there and say the jokes write themselves because it is an actual medical problem, and it's, you know. But I say the jokes write themselves because when I came in and I started watching it, and Carter and Quinn told Justin that the reason why they were doing what they were doing was because of ED. And I had the same reaction that Justin did. Like, I'm sorry, was I born yesterday? Did you really just say that? Because I couldn't believe that what was going on. And when somebody told me, I was like, oh, wow, that's, here's the thing. I get the idea of loving someone to the point where you want to give them the world and then some. You want to give them everything. When you're a loving person, you do that. You love someone unconditionally. It just goes without saying that you want to give them any and everything, regardless of what the cost it is to yourself. And that's kind of the problem with people who are givers, or I know there's another word for it, but when you really love someone. But I'm just kind of looking at this like, bro, I get that you want to sit there and give her everything, but this is costing you, and I feel like it's costing you more than you can sit there and handle. And he can tell himself, that he's doing it for her, and he loves her, and he wants, this sacrifice is worth it to her. But I was like, bro, like, even the most loving man on the planet is gonna be like, alright, I got, like, limits, and that is definitely a limit. I don't understand, and I get it's a choice, and regardless of what everyone else says, this person thinks it's a good idea. Obviously, most people will be like, you must have lost your damn mind if you honestly think, I'm going to let this woman sleep with somebody else, and I'm just going to be cool with it. Yeah, no. No. There's a 1,000 different choices he could have made than doing that. Then you got Quinn and Carter, and they're all worried. And all like, oh my goodness, I hope we got through to him. I hope this isn't, this is gonna embarrass Eric and yada yada yada. And I'm like, to some extent, and granted, I do feel bad for Eric, but at some point, you've been around on this planet for a very long time. To sit there and think that this was not gonna eventually come out, it's like, bro, you had to realize that them doing whatever, and your family being very protective of you, that was not going to come out sooner or later. Especially the worry, the loneliness, the fact that they see what's going on as far as like her not being there for you. You knew it was only a matter of time. I mean, yeah, it's embarrassing as hell to have everyone find out, but to sit there and say you didn't know that this was a day that might not have come on. And apparently, Carter loves Quinn. That's I don't even know how to tackle that tonight, and I feel like I don't even know where to begin on just what's wrong with that picture. But then again, I don't know the whole picture, so I'm trying to not really pass too much judgment. So, Reg is, he's like, yo, what's going on? He's sitting there grilling Justin. And at first, I'm not going to lie, I was like, alright, Justin's going to sit there and lie. He's going to sit there and have guy code. He's not going to sit there and tell Eric's secret because, it's embarrassing. And, it's embarrassing. So I felt like he wasn't going to sit there and say anything to Reg. Especially when and then Brooklyn came in. Brooklyn was like, well, what's going on? Why don't you sit there and say anything? You gotta sit there and talk. blah, 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 blah. You know, and it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know how to rate her. Because part of me was like, I get that you love your husband and, you know, your family is his family and everything like that. And I'm all for, you know, ride or die women. But at the same time, I was like, you know, Rich seemed like he was handling that just fine. He didn't need you to come in there and start acting all bossy and everything like that. Like, no, you guys sit there. Sweetheart, part of me is sitting there telling you to just stay in your lane. Like, just... I don't know. I feel like she's one of those type of women that's like, you know, when her man is sitting there arguing about something, it's like she starts jumping in and throwing her 2 cents in there like, yo, I'm dealing with him. I'm good. I don't need you sitting there. But at the same time, I you know, again, I like my ride or die women, so, you know, in some ways, I can't sit there and knock her. Anyway, Justin actually says, you know, he tells Ridge and Brooke, I think that's her name, what he saw with Carter and Quinn, and how he caught them, pretty much, in his words, couldn't keep their hands off each other or whatever. Now, the problem was, Ridge was, like, he was livid. He was done. And granted, he doesn't know the whole story, but he just looks at it like, yo, listen, this woman and Carter are taking advantage of my dad, and I'm not cool with that. You know, I am not cool with that. And he's pissed off. He was like, yo, I want this woman out of my dad's life, and I just need to know, like just to confirm what I'm already sitting there thinking. So when Justin tells him, Ridge is like, he's already halfway out the door now. At this point, I was like, you know, Justin, you could have probably, like, braced him a little more better. Or by saying, hey, just let you know, your dad doesn't want this whole medical thing to kind of, like, it's embarrassing for him. And just kind of explain, like, why he's doing what he's doing. Now, granted, I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not, but he didn't even bother to try. He was like, oh, well, the thing is, you don't really know the whole story. And Ridge was like, well, I'm going to sit there and find out. Bro, you didn't even really... Okay. Like, I felt like there was a better way they could have handled that, but I was like, you know what? We're going to get to the drama, and this is what we're going to do. Now, while Carter and Quinn are sitting there talking, Ridge is practically banging down the door. At one point, I kind of was just envisioning in my head, like, Ridge is the type of person that's like, if he doesn't get answers soon, he's going to kick down that damn door. Y'all better open that door. And they do. And right then and there, you got Ridge pissed off. You got Brooke just walking in like, just what I thought I was going to expect. And, I'm not going to lie, that's when I kind of like, it seemed like it was getting so good. And of course, right then and there, when they confront both of them, it stops. Now, Quinn does sit there and say, yo, listen, here's the thing. We're not doing this behind his back. He knows. He knows what we're doing. And they just have that shocked look on their face like, I'm sorry, you want to say that again? Like, that's the type of look that they have on their face. I mean, Brooke is just like, already sitting there mouthing out that, yeah, she's straight up lying. Like, she just has that look on her face. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's about it. I always feel, here's the thing, whenever I do these reviews and I feel like it's too short, or like, I'm looking at like the time and I'm like, it's only like about 14 minutes. Yo, bro, you sure you covered everything? But because this is so much of a shorter show than the other ones, maybe that's why I feel like I didn't really talk about everything. But like always, I feel like I didn't really sit there and talk about like everything. So if I missed anything, please write it down in the comment section below. With that being said, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. See you in the next video.